My little brother's funny prank ended with me in handcuffs in our own driveway, while my parents stood against the car with their hands behind their heads. We were coming home from a 3-day weekend at my aunt's lake cabin, a 6-hour drive that started at 8 p.m. because my dad believes in beating the traffic. I get carsick on mountain roads, so I took my usual motion sickness pill, and those things knock me out like a light switch. I remember pulling out of the gravel road, then nothing. I'm the kind of sleeper my family jokes needs a smoke alarm strapped to her forehead. I woke up when the car stopped in our driveway, right as my mom said in a strange, careful voice, "Why are there cars behind us?" Then everything went white with spotlights. Voices were shouting from the dark, telling my parents to step out slowly, hands visible, face the vehicle. My 8-year-old brother started sobbing next to me. Through the windshield, I counted 5 officers. My dad, who has never so much as jaywalked, was being patted down against his own sedan, asking over and over what was happening and getting no answer. Then one of the officers leaned toward the back window and said my name, my full name. "Is Marisol in this vehicle?" They had me step out and identify myself, and walked me away from my family, and a sergeant with a flashlight asked me a sentence I will never forget. "Why did you text 911 tonight saying you were being held in a moving vehicle against your will?" I actually laughed, one confused syllable of it because the question made no sense. I'd been unconscious since the gas station. I told him that. He asked for my phone. I unlocked it and handed it over, completely confident, and then he turned the screen around and my stomach dropped through the driveway. There they were. Outgoing text to 911, sent from my number at 10:47 p.m. "Help, can't talk, they won't stop the car." At 10:52, "Please don't call, he'll hear it," and a stack of missed calls back from a blocked number, silenced, because my phone had been on Do Not Disturb. In my hands, with my passcode, I heard myself saying, "That's not possible," maybe 6 times, and each time it sounded worse. My hands started shaking so hard I couldn't scroll, and then I just stopped talking. Full shutdown, which I learned that night reads a certain way to police when the texts came from your device and you suddenly have nothing to say. They cuff me. "Until we sort this out," the sergeant said, not unkindly, guiding my head down into the back of the cruiser. Through the window, I watched my mother crying in our own front yard, and my whole body felt like static. And then my mom saved me by knowing exactly who her youngest child is. "His tablet!" she shouted. "Check his tablet! He films everything! He's been watching those prank videos all weekend! Check the tablet!" My brother wailed like the world was ending, which told everyone all they needed to know. An officer took his tablet from the seat pocket, and there it was, in the camera roll timestamped 10:44 p.m. A video filmed selfie style in the dark backseat of my brother whispering to his future audience, "Okay guys, this is the kidnapping prank on my sister. She's asleep. Watch this." Then 30 seconds of him holding my phone, typing with 2 little thumbs while I slept face down against the window 6 inches away. He'd learned my passcode from watching me. He'd learned the prank from a compilation channel with a laughing emoji thumbnail. He thought officers would show up, everyone would scream, and it would be so funny, and he'd have a video. The sergeant watched it twice. Then he came around, opened my door, and uncuffed me with an apology that sounded genuinely tired. They swapped us, not into cuffs, he's 8, but into the backseat of the cruiser with a door open, and an officer crouched at his level explaining, in a voice like gravel, that 4 units and a county dispatcher had spent an hour on his joke while real calls waited. He had to go to the precinct with my dad following behind. There was a juvenile referral, a mandatory family meeting, and a diversion program with community service that my parents made him complete to the letter. The tablet went in a drawer for a year. He wrote apology letters to me, to the dispatcher, to the responding officers, in his careful, crooked 2nd grade handwriting. He's 11 now. He still can't watch prank channels in our house. Last month he asked me if I'd forgiven him. I told him the truth. Yes, entirely. Then I changed my passcode anyway. Both things can be true.